Hello, 4th graders. Welcome to Lesson 4.8, Divide Using Partial Quotients. Please pause to write the lesson number and title in your notebook. Today's lesson objective is I can use partial quotients to divide. Please pause again to write the lesson objective in your notebook. Today's lesson has a vocabulary word. A vocabulary word is partial quotient. A partial quotient is dividing in steps and finding the answer one part at a time. So if we think partial means part and quotient means the answer to a division problem, then I'm finding a part of an answer of a division problem. Please pause to write the lesson vocabulary and example in your notebook. Let's begin by reading the Unlock the Problem. It says, at camp there are 5 players on each lacrosse team. If there are 125 people on the lacrosse teams, how many teams are there? Well, let's look at our blue box first. It says, we're going to underline what we are being asked to find. Well, we are being asked to find how many teams are there. Circle what you need to use. We need to use 5 players on each team and 125 players. And what operation are we going to do? Well, if we take 125 people and we split them up so that there's 5 in each group, then we are going to divide. One way that we can divide 125 by 5 is by using a partial quotient. A partial quotient is when we divide a little bit at a time and we find each part of our answer. So it says we're going to divide 125 by 5. And step 1 says we're going to start by subtracting a multiple of 5, such as 10 times 5. Because 10 is easy and we know that 10 times 5 is 50. So we're going to take out 10 groups at once, and each group has 5 in it, so 10 times 5 is 50. We write over here to the side that we use 10 groups, and over here we write 50, because 10 times 5 is 50, and then we're going to subtract. So 125 minus 50 is 75. Okay, well, since we still have a fairly large number, we're going to take out another group of 10 groups of 5. So 10 times 5 is 50 again. And we write the 10 over here so we know how many parts we're taking out. And then we subtract. 75 minus 50 is 25. Well, I can't take out 10 groups anymore because 10 groups is 50 and 50 is larger than 25. But 25 is divisible by 5 because 5 goes into it 5 times. So I'm going to say 5 times 5 is 25, and then I'm going to have 0 left over. And then I'm going to take all of these parts over here, and I'm going to add them together. These are my partial quotients. So 10 plus 10 is 20, plus 5 is 25. So there will be 25 lacrosse teams that each have 5 team members. On another way, we're practicing this same problem, 125 divided by 5, by using a bar model. So that means we're going to represent it with a picture as well as a number. So here, Jared is going to divide 125 by 5. And the first group he's going to take out, just like we did before, is 50. So he's going to take 5 times 10 is 50. And then he's going to subtract 50. And he's left over with 75. Now we're going to do the same step we did on the page before. We're going to take out another group of 50. 5 times 10 is 50. So 75 minus 50 is 25. And then my last group, and you can see each time my number is getting smaller, last group is going to be 5 times 5 is 25. And then we're left over with 0. And we get 10 plus 10 plus 5, 25. Just like we got on the page before it. But we also have me. And me is going to divide in a different way. instead of taking two groups of 50, she's going to take a group of 100. She's going to say 5 times 20 is 100. So then I'm going to subtract out 100. 125 minus 100 is 25. So now I still have to deal with that 25, but I took it out in much smaller groups. Now I'm going to do my 5 times 5, just like we did over here. And that's going to give me 25. And 25 minus 25 is 0. So then there's my two pieces. I took out a group of 20, and I took out a group of 5. So 20 plus 5 is 25. We will continue practicing this method tomorrow in class. You're almost finished. When you're sure you understand this lesson, go back to your teacher's website and complete the exit slip. See you tomorrow.